The beast that comes up out of the earth looks like a servant of Christ, the Lamb, but is a servant of Satan, the dragon. Thus, if the second beast is ecclesiastical Freemasonry, it is personified and literally elevated to the summit in the false prophet as its head. There is a prophecy of St. Francis of Assisi in an authentic and renowned source, in which he, that's St. Francis of Assisi, speaks of the appearance of an apostate anti-pope in the time of tribulation. It says, quote, that someone who is not canonically elected and is infected with heretical wickedness at the turning point of that tribulation raised to the papacy would make a refined effort to give many the death of his error to drink, end quote. Also, it is in this sense that in our time St. Padre Pio has entrusted to his spiritual son, the famous exorcist and now late exorcist, Don Gabriele Amorth, the following dramatic words, and I quote, "It is Satan who has entered the womb of the church, and within a short while he will rule over a false church," end quote. Saint Padre Pio knew the third secret of Fatima. It had actually been revealed to him 4 years before the Little Shepherds. You're going to want to check out the reference on that one. And Father Unterhalt continues, the well-known Spanish journalist José María Zavala asked Don Gabriele Amorth about it in more detail and summarized the conclusion of the dialogue as follows, quote, "There were two recurring and interrelated themes. The great apostasy in the church from its apex in accordance with the testimony of Cardinal Chiappi, and the introduction of the devil to the head of the church by means of a pope under the control of Satan," end quote. In this context, Zavala referred to the exact correspondence of these words to the statement of Frère Michel, a great expert on the message of Fatima, and author of a trilogy on the subject. He stated, now this is Frère Michel, quote, "It will be the time of the decisive battle between the Virgin and the devil. A flood of diabolical confusion will spread through the world. Satan will penetrate the highest levels of the church. This will be the great apostasy announced for the last days. The false prophet who betrays the church in favor of the beast, according to the prophecy of the apocalypse," end quote. In fact, as Sister Lucia herself pointed out, this secret is revealed in the last book of the Holy Scripture. And in that book, the book of the Apocalypse, there is talk of the fiery red dragon. You'll read that in Apocalypse 12:3. Which is manifest in atheistic communism, and of also, the book speaks of, the black beast in Apocalypse 13:1-2, which represents Freemasonry. Then it says, quote, "Another beast came up out of the earth. It had 2 horns like a lamb, but it spoke like a dragon. It exercised all the power of the first beast before his eyes. It made the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast." And that's from Apocalypse 13:11-12. The beast, which looks like a lamb, represents the ecclesiastical Freemasonry that has penetrated into the interior of the temple, especially into the hierarchy. Its goal is to overcome the Catholic Church from within. It wants and achieves for a short time the creation of an idol, a false Christ, and a false church. The reference to the hierarchy of the church is crucial, in which the mitre with 2 horns indicates the fullness of the priesthood. The beast that comes up out of the earth looks like a servant of Christ, the Lamb, but is a servant of Satan, the dragon. Thus, if the second beast is ecclesiastical Freemasonry, it is personified and literally elevated to the summit in the false prophet as its head, who is expressly designated as such in 3 passages of the Apocalypse. Apocalypse 16:13, 19:20, and 20:10. Hi, everyone. This is John Henry Westen. We hope you enjoyed this program. To see more like it, be sure to hit the subscribe button below to get all the latest content from LifeSite News. Check the links in the description to read more and connect with us on social media so that you can stay up to date with all the latest life, family, faith, and freedom news. Thanks for watching, and may God bless you.